This video contains scenes of self-defense and may also include matters surrounding allegations of tyranny, fraud, malfeasance in public office, unprofessionalism, sarcasm, and reality that the mainstream media will actively deny you, the viewer, by not reporting upon it. There is now international recognition, and nations are now also coming together to continue the fight against the evildoers of Satan's world. London, 1st day of July 2024. Rapid response and peace officers turn up to the most violent and controversial repossession to date. Right, so if you're wondering what this is to do with a shop business that's closed. Yeah, that's right. Closed for business. Ah, so that's where the cops are. Can I just ask you then before I go?
Absolutely not.
What is that badge? I've never seen one like that before.
Why should I?
Face.
Okay. So I deal.
Do you know what else is a face?
In a wide variety of different things.
That one.
And I don't understand why you're still here, because surely that is the most important bit of paperwork for the whole day, and you're sat there sipping on a coffee.
Are you going to give us the time to go get it?
Yeah, please go and get it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when the phone call's been made.
No,
It's
obviously,
now
look, we
4:09.
appreciate your assertion and telling us the order of operations. We
No, that's
might
nothing to do with
most honourably follow through. If you can allow us the time to go and do that, that can be done by part of our team.
No, I'm saying that should have been done.
Well, it's like
Someone should
just,
be on the way now.
Well, yeah, because as soon as that phone call had been made, and I knew that was.
when they
No.
What did you make the phone call?
If that solves an argument, then
That's quite. Yeah, I was going to say that's the most
Yeah.
important bit of paperwork we could have.
Okay, great stuff.
What time did you make the phone call, miss?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh right. Oh, well, fair.
22.
we're trying to link everything together.
Can I just say,
Still,
thank
it's
you
the
very
most
much.
important bit of paperwork.
Have you ever seen Watch Out Beadle's about?
once or twice.
What do you think of Mr. Beadle?
Well, I wouldn't like to speak ill of the dead.
You're not dead, you're Mr. Beadle. Look, Sergeant Beadle.
A different Beadle, yeah.
Oh, a different one.
Yeah.
He looks a bit like you. Got a beard as well.
A little bit, yeah.
Are you going to allow me entry into these premises peacefully?
Are you going to leave peacefully?
No.
Are you going to leave peacefully?
allow
I'm
me
going to
to
ask a
select
third
or
and
not?
final time. Are you
Right.
going to leave
So where's my-
peacefully?
That's not peaceful entry. You don't need an ambulance, do you? All right. Well then, it's a shame it come to that. I thought the police could have helped a bit earlier. But that's just my opinion. I did a dynamic risk assessment, you see, and when the glass was falling on people's heads, it was time to stand down. Are you all right? Okay. Where do rapid response and peace officers come from, you might ask? Well, they come from your national and international communities. Communities rising up against corruption, fraud, tyranny. The list is long, but the time is short. The video will make you question the system of things. For example, the way police appear to ignore loss, harm, injury, deceit. And yes, the list is long, but the time is short. Things will change once people start reclaiming the ground, but only when people unite as one. When you have watched this video, be wise, be prudent, be human, and think about how everybody can change in life from this day forward. Even the people you see before you in this video, no matter their sins, no matter their race, no matter their colour, none of this is relevant with your fellow man and woman. People are uniting strong. All evil will be removed. How can this be done? Feel your heart, search your soul, and from the pain you endure, learn to develop empathy for others. Try to understand not only your pain, for they too are only human, and in many cases, misguided. Oliver, it's been a long day.
It has been.
What time is it now? It's about 7 o'clock in the evening.
That's right.
7 a.m. this morning.
5:30 a.m. wake up call, and then about 6:15, sort of people started to come together, come to the space. We were sort of positioning ourselves in different posts, establishing a mini sort of barricade and fortress, but a basic level to compare to what it is now. And we found out, about 6:30, that there was bailiffs down the road preparing, suiting and booting for the attempted eviction.
How many of your English?
Sorry?
How many of you are English?
This is racist remarks.
No, we're just concerned about the
Racist
language.
remarks.
No, it's not.
Yeah, if you're asking me, am I English or
Well,
is he?
your accent
talking
doesn't
about the
show
language,
that you're
so-
English.
Yeah, I'm European. Is that fine with you?
You speak English okay,
Your
though?
English is good.
No, it's not my English.
about
I'm
communication.
Eastern European.
Pardon?
You can see my accent. I'm Eastern European. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'm just curious that everyone that's
Do you
here-
hate Eastern Europeans
No,
or Indians? Just ask. Okay.
Right, guys, we're not here to make comments. We're here to make sure there's no violence. Simple as. If anybody has any comments to say, smart people is there. Okay? They know what to say, they know what to do. We don't know.
We're not here to talk.
We're here to make sure that it's done peacefully, without any problem. Yeah.
So why didn't you talk
We're on meeting
about
space.
We agree.
We're nice people, quiet people, you know.
The writ of possession has no sign from a judge. There's no signature from a judge.
It's
It's only called fraudulent document.
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
No, well,
You guys are about to help.
This is
Okay.
misconduct. This is
Listen, fine.
malfeasance.
Can I just come on? Can I come
I don't want to because you're going to come through here.
You
No.
understand that you're taking part in a fraud.
Can I squeeze through?
It's not my problem, mate. I'm going to talk to him.
It is your problem because you're now going to experience criminal activity.
Say to the court is I'm in possession of my goods.
You are, but not if there has been an N244 and we've explained.
You are aware an application doesn't stop action.
I'm aware that with the court, the N244, it's 7 o'clock. You know how you've planned it all. That's fine, but you have to honour and respect the situation.
But no notice was being served. You've had the opportunity to go to court. If you put an application in on Friday,
We followed procedure. We put an application in on Wednesday. It's gone in, yeah? We have 3 days, yeah? Postal law, 3 days.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
yeah? So you've got the N244, you've got the cargo number. Have you rung to find the cargo numbers there?
Don't need to.
Have you spoken to
Don't
the
need
court?
to. Don't
You
need
have to honour it.
because I'm in possession of a writ.
Liberty of subject 1354.
I'm
Due
not
process is
interested.
still in
I'm
play.
not speaking.
It's still in play. Liberty of subject 1354. You cannot go ahead. I'm going to advise you all, liberty of subject 1354. Look it up on your phones, you're breaking the law. Liberty of subject 1354. Check your phones. You could be held accountable now. Liberty of subject 1354. Check your phones. Due process is still in place.
You understand, John?
Don't follow the bailiff unless you've checked liberty of subject 1354.
Where's your badge?
You need to double check that.
Where's your badge?
You need to double check liberty of subject 1354 before you proceed, because it's still in the courts, and that's what document is helping them today. You're right. You're a big lad. Liberty of subject 1354. Are you aware of it? If you've got a phone, just double check it now, because before you proceed, liberty of subject 1354 is legislation. If process is still in court, which I believe it is today, I've been informed, if you're going to be hoodwinked, double check yourself, because you might get sucked into this. I'm just advising you. Liberty of subject 1354. I'll leave that with you. By the way, I'm SIA myself. Look after yourself. Right, so basically, Mr. Naylor over there is a very controversial character. He doesn't follow due process. So it's important we get this on documents now, because it's alleged that he's been breaking the law quite a lot. Mr. Naylor, liberty subject 1354. Yeah, just double check. All right, you double check. Mr. Naylor has been advised, liberty subject 1354. Mr. Naylor, who's leading this operation, yeah, he's been advised of liberty of subject 1354. So you need to double check yourselves before you end up breaking the law, potentially.
Police at the moment, we'll be back over them shortly, okay?
Okay. I'll be informing the police as well.
My name's Charlie. The gentleman up there, Mr. Naylor, he is the gentleman who needs to speak to. Charlie, I'm not my surname.
You don't need to.
No, we're not giving my surname. Okay?
So you
The gentleman, no,
policeman.
no.
Fine.
This moment in
Just
time,
understanding.
I am not here, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay?
You said
The
you
gentleman,
needed a report.
I'm here acting on behalf of the fixed charge receiver. Okay? The gentleman over there is from Wilson and Rowe. I'm not involved in the enforcement action. I'm not participating. I'm here.
So
Mr. Naylor over there. Okay?
You're with the receiver.
Hmm?
You're with the receiver.
I'm acting on behalf of the fixed charge receiver. Okay?
Are
The
you
gentleman over there-
witnessing here today?
Okay. I'm not going to engage in further conversation with you. All inquiries have to go, okay, through that gentleman over there. He is Mr. Nader. He is the High Court Enforcement Agent. Okay?
Fine. You want to
come?
Is it not Eric Rowe who is the appointed High Court Enforcement Agent? Someone until this case.
Okay.
You
That
want to come?
gentleman there is the gentleman you need to
I'll take
speak
a
with.
seat. There's a bit of discrepancies here.
You have. I'm not going to go into the law with you.
Ignorance of the law is no
Okay,
excuse.
I'm not going to go into the law with you. The gentleman over there.
Yeah.
You need to speak to.
Ignorance is no excuse.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. No. Do you know the law?
Me?
Do you know what you're doing today?
Gentleman over there is the gentleman
Do
you
you,
need to
do you
speak
put your
to.
trust in another man? What about
The gentleman
yourself?
over there is you need to speak to.
I'd advise you to look at Liberty Subject 1354.
The gentleman over there you need to
He
speak
can't protect you if you break the law.
to. Okay, the gentleman over there you need to speak to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Need to find a charge at the store.
Liberty Subject 1354, just double check it. You need to. Mr. Naylor, the guy leading this, he knows it's still in due process. And Liberty Subject 1354 explains if his due process is still taking place, then this potentially is illegal and unlawful. You're actually a part and parcel of Mark Naylor now.
Job at the end,
Because you've been commissioned in, you're actually joint enterprise now, everybody. Joint enterprise.
he's on fine to place will get his games with that.
Yeah. You, whatever will be, as they say. So, can I just ask you, what is your purpose today?
Yeah, best. Obviously, get you guys out.
Sorry?
To get you guys out.
Oh, right.
Here to clear the property out today, yeah?
Are you security?
I'm not security, no.
Or you're working on behalf of the receiver?
No. So, Mr. Naylor,
Oh, yeah.
I actually work with him.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Phone, give me.
I'm not security. As you can see, I'm not security, man.
Yeah. Are you recording right now?
Yes.
It's not flashing, I just wondered.
Yeah, it's on there. Recording last 4
right.
minutes, yeah.
So how do I get a copy of that?
So you can email my company.
And what's your company
Wilson Road.
called?
Obviously, we leave the letters, Wilson Road. That's what I work for, so I'm an enforcement agent as well. I'm requesting all footage of mine and Mr. Naylor, so we both do the same thing, right?
We will continue with our simple request under the cease and desist that you follow the N244 underneath the law, which is the tracking number, the postal mechanics, the conveyance of the post shows the tracking number is with the
I'm not
courts.
I've not disputed the fact that you've made an N244. We're aware that. We're aware that you've made an
So you have to follow it.
As well.
Sorry, second, sir.
We've also submitted that to the police.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Informed on the matter as well.
Like I've said to you, look,
So
I can see.
they won't aid in a better crime.
I can see. Well, the only police are going to be is prevent breach of the peace. We'll be going in, and if anybody stops us, they'll be arrested for breach of the peace.
But you've got.
That's not strictly true.
I've got a I call writ.
Without a signature from the judge.
Doesn't need one. Doesn't need one.
You do need one.
Doesn't need one.
Of course you need
As
one.
long as I've got a wet signature on my bailiff certificate, that's sufficient. If you Google it, you'll see.
Those are two separate
If you
things.
Google it, you'll see.
I've looked into it very much.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
No, I'm not trying to be flippant or anything. I'm trying to have a conversation.
I know.
No.
You're explaining to me, and I'm explaining to you.
Sure. Yeah. Ignorance is no excuse of the law.
Well, I'm not ignorant, I can assure you.
But you do know it's still in due process in court?
I'm not disputing that.
So you've just admitted Liberty Subject
even an
1354?
application
An application has been made.
into the High Courts, you know that?
An application has been made. We are fully aware of that. It's in my notes, okay. But unfortunately, as we stand at this moment in time, an application does not prevent us continuing doing what we're doing today. If it goes before the judge at 10 o'clock and the judge stays execution of the writ,
with the judge.
Well,
So
if the
you
judge
need to
stays-
find out
No,
and wait till
if the
10
ju- no,
o'clock.
no, if the judge stays the execution of the writ, okay, at 10 o'clock, no problem. But as we stand at this moment in time, I've got a writ of possession. The writ is live and enforceable. That's why we're
But
here.
you've been informed that there's due process still taking place?
We've been informed that there's an N244.
So you need to be reasonable now and back off till at least 10
I
o'clock?
don't need to be reasonable
You do?
at all. No, I don't need to be
Just
reasonable
while
at
you're
all.
waiting then, just look up...
respectful of the case.
No, the case of being respectful of the case.
No, of the case.
Okay, of the case. I've got a valid writ. It's as simple as that.
Let's see the writ.
This is a copy of the writ.
There's just a stamp from a court. I could do that right now.
Well, you think I'll be standing here doing what we're doing if I...
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to understand it in face value, right?
So as we stand here at this moment in time, the writ is live, the writ is enforceable. Okay?
To me, it looks fraudulent. I have
Well,
to be honest.
whether or not you think it looks fraudulent
Can
or
I have a
not,
look?
I wouldn't be
Can I continue?
standing here.
That's not peaceful entry. The police need to stop in. 2263, you need to do your job. Quickly.
That's been done by you guys. You've admitted you've made an N244.
And you also acknowledge that.
Which is fine, which is fair enough.
But do you? We acknowledge it, yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course. Yeah, I've told you that already. It's in my notes. You've made an application.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not disputing that. But as we stand here at this moment in time, the bit is live and it's enforceable.
There's no judge's signature. Who is the judge in relation to the case? Who is the judge in relation to the case? Can you?
Whoa, whoa. Watch the bike! Watch the bike! Watch the bike!
That's not fair. That's not fair. He's underage. That is not fair. You could see what's going on there. This is your responsibility.
You're responsible for this now. Take control.
This is totally unlawful. This is totally unlawful.
You need to take control now.
You have a duty to uphold the law. This is totally unacceptable. Justice will be made.
Let go of the door! Bailiff, now!
Leave the lady alone. Step back.
Let go of the door!
You need to protect the people as well. This lady's vulnerable. This is not a peaceful entry.
Keep the door open. You guys are pushing your people out.
No, liberty of subject 1354 is in play.
We are stood there holding the door open. No one. We are just stood there with the door open. You guys are pushing your people out.
Let go of the door! Bailiff, let go of the door!
Hey, guys, listen.
Bailiff, let go of the door now!
Hey, stop. Just calm down, stop pushing. Listen to your instructions. Hey,
He's pushing and shoving, and I don't know if any punches have been thrown, but he's pushing.
Sometimes it's good to take good advice. I am looking out for your best interest.
I appreciate that.
My name's Mark. Is that your middle name?
No.
Or first name? Mark.
Mark.
Mark. My name's Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mark. It's always been about due process of law. That's all. But if there's a breach of the peace here, you really do need to step down just till the police arrive. Because if you believe the police will assist you, they won't assist you. They'll just observe for a breach of the peace.
Asking people to leave. If they don't leave, then we would move them.
But the thing is, you could be creating the breach of the peace.
We're entitled to use reasonable force.
But the thing is, when the videos come out later, it might show something that...
Well, I'm sure our videos will probably show something completely different.
Can I get a copy of that?
You can do, yeah.
How do I get a copy?
I'll leave you with an email address. You can write it to my office.
Okay. Is it Wilson Road?
That's right.
In Manchester? It's my neck at woods, that.
Sorry?
My neck at woods. No doubt we'll meet again.
Should we have a chat, Jake? I'm not. Jake, come and have a chat with me.
This is the matter. Well, we have arranged settlement. We've sent for redemption papers, and they will be arriving on Wednesday. Everything is very compact. We've got 2 weeks that this is all gone ahead.
So you're talking about the financing, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Right, so if you sort the financing out, and our client is happy with that, then we'll...
And that's right, that's in process.
They'll give you the keys,
Wednesday.
they'll give you the keys and you can come back in.
Well, we're going to stand until then. Same thing, at 10 o'clock the court's open. Until then you can't proceed.
You can't proceed.
Hello, peace officer.
Yeah, because you've planned it in such a way.
See you.
Good to see you.
All right, nice one.
Just arrived on scene, have you?
I have indeed, yeah. Traffic was awful.
What do you think's happened today, in your opinion? You haven't arrived yet, but what do you think's happened?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to find out.
I'm going to leave you to it.
Okay, mate.
So we've nicely done that as well at the last minute because we only had 2 weeks to put together our case. So we've done that. We've followed court proceedings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in honour. I'm in honour of the court.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hold a position in the court as well. So I'm not just dependent on a federal postal judge. I'm also auxiliary postmaster general. And these are positions that I hold with an international organisation called the Universal Postal Union as a federal communication agency. That's my position. That is a unilateral position.
So where does this lead?
It leads to the fact that I'm following the law. Are you following the law?
I'm indeed.
So then you have to wait until 10 o'clock to check whether the judge has got the N244.
Oh, he's not the head.
And we are standing until that point.
Sir,
we've said it in the cease and desist.
I've
All
not
we've
said
said in the cease and desist is
Jake,
we want that to happen.
At any point have I said to you that you have not filed an N244?
But
I'm aware of that.
We're in Norway to sleep. Even when finding an entry, you don't have to wait for it. But this writ is not enforceable. It doesn't have a single.
Oh, well, let's not go down. We're not going down that route.
To understand that.
You're following eviction procedure. Yeah, so you're saying the eviction will go ahead. Yeah, but we can also stand and make sure that you honour the process before the repossession happens.
And the writ commands me to take possession of the premises.
It's out of date.
But we've put an N244.
We can all stand here going backwards and forwards, okay? But the fact of the matter is, as we stand here at this moment in time, I wouldn't be phoning the police if I would appreciate that. I wouldn't be phoning the police if my writ wasn't valid because it didn't have a wet signature. Yeah. That I wasn't following due process. Okay.
We've made it.
I wouldn't be standing here phoning the police.
We've also made it very clear we followed due process. Wait, you don't want to talk to me? Just going to look away. I'm just observing the matter at hand. I understand. We've also followed due process. You must understand that there's been a series of communications.
You don't know until you try. That's what the law is. He doesn't care.
He's sending you in, and you to do it.
He's sending me.
Listen,
because I'm professional. We're still here. We haven't.
You've blocked
really
that.
we are speaking.
Yes,
no, we are respecting each other. You blocked out. I'm passing a message to you. I'm taking a message from you.
But listen what I'm trying to say to you. Listen to me. This is what I'm trying to say to you. Listen to me, look. There is professional, yes? There's professional, okay? I understand that. But when you know something is wrong, it's wrong.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Please.
You know what I mean? He doesn't care.
He's the main charge.
He gets paid more than you.
Speak to him.
You know what I mean?
Listen. My main concern is to make sure that we're doing it safely,
peacefully, no pushing and fighting. These are dads here. Okay. They've got children like you.
Aggravated.
But some of these ones don't care. You guys don't want to care. You get paid £100 and they go back. Exactly.
We all got family.
Well, exactly. So one day what happened to your family?
You think we're robots? You think we're...
No, you're not robots. But who are you going to call? Who are you going to call when you need somebody? Him. He might come for your
but he has all the knowledge. He has all the information.
Information is dated.
Okay, can I want to ask you guys something, right? Okay. Well, let's just put anger away for a bit.
We're not angry.
Okay, right. Let's just put stress away, right? Let me ask you. Who talks on your behalf? Who is here the best qualified person to talk on your behalf? Who? Who's Jake?
Look, Colonel Jake, full colon, single, auxiliary postmaster general. What do you want?
Yeah, so right.
So you're qualified to speak on this group behalf, right?
There's a lot of us qualified, much more higher than me in communication.
Fine. So what I'm saying to you,
to close the door.
So by implication,
we'll deal with that when the police come here. That's why we are trying to close the door.
So by implication,
you're getting in the way of us closing the door. That's you affecting us because you also have to follow court proceedings as a group.
Okay.
Yeah? So if you step aside, we'll close the door and then we'll deal with that after.
Right.
Do you understand?
I've listened to you.
Do you understand?
I've listened to you. You just.
Do you understand?
You're not allowing me to say what I had to say. Okay.
But do you understand what I just said?
By implication,
you didn't. Okay. You wanted to talk to me. I'm trying to tell you.
Talking. You're just expressing your feeling.
It's not
I'm telling you the facts. Yeah? This is factual conveyance of the law.
So right.
You are standing there as a force. We are peacefully pushing the door closed, as we're entitled to as the people.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any entitlement over the people?
Have you finished?
Because we stand as living.
Okay. Have you finished?
You are talking on a corporate level,
but
trying
you're
to
not
push
allowing me
something.
To speak, sir.
Well, you asked me to step forward.
No. If you pay attention, I said this group here, this intelligent group, they have somebody to speak on their behalf, which they nominated you, correct?
There's many.
All right.
We have
So
a level
who-
playing
right.
field, yeah.
So
If you
who
think that
has
I'm in charge, you can.
more information out of all of you? Who knows ins and outs?
It's basically, we have
law. I'm trying to explain to you.
You know what I mean? We're asking for information. There's not information. We're talking about the law.
Okay,
What
right.
you're doing is against the law.
So what I'm saying
So
is
it's
this.
basic.
Okay.
Brother, you know what I mean. You know what we're
yes,
saying. But you're following the guy there.
Okay.
But you're the one who's going to get
Right.
sued, and he may be later. Do you want to get sued?
Our point is,
Do you know what I mean?
you
Okay.
are still
Just being
honouring the
fair.
law if you let us close the
Do you know
door.
what I mean?
Okay.
And if you don't let us close the door, we're just going to actually continue. All we're doing is closing the door. Yeah, so we will continue.
When police comes, we
Close
can have
the
that
door.
discussion. But
What I
I'm
was
not-
saying-
Each other.
Okay.
Some people are already being a bit squashed, but that's fine.
Listen, I may not have it to talk over people. So if you want to carry on talking, I will listen. But please allow me.
This
to-
gentleman
allow
here
me
is
to
in
say
charge.
what I have
You're,
to say.
You're voicing for him now.
Okay.
He's in charge.
What doesn't he come
He
here?
is in charge. Okay, have you finished?
So you're above anyone else? Is there a
Right,
rank?
right. It
So I
works
have
like-
a rank
to
5,
the
which
rank-
is a
okay.
colonel captain.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have a rank,
Okay.
we're talking about ranks.
Right, okay.
I outrank you.
Okay. Look,
Go ahead.
you have additional information that this group may not have, right? Do you
And
know
we have
more
a
than they do?
proceeding in place.
Right. Okay. So
We're following the court.
So you know
we've
more.
honoured. We've gone to the
That's
police
fine.
and we've said that we will peacefully stand.
Okay.
And we are following the court proceedings.
Yeah.
With a cease and desist that was gone
Okay.
to receivers.
Yes.
To the solicitors. Yeah. And that has been given.
Okay.
We
Right.
have acknowledgement that documents have gone forward.
He's lying
And
to
we
you.
want to close our door until the judge at 10 o'clock can see the N244. We have sent the N244, which is a legal procedure, for it to cease. Chris, what's the name again? Stay.
Set
aside.
Let's just keep speaking, okay? Right.
Let's keep speaking, but let's close the door.
We're
We just want to close the door.
Okay. Right.
So
you,
our documents set aside all
Okay.
your proceedings through the N244. In the meantime, you can push it that because we're at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. Yeah, when the courts are not open.
It's not violence, okay? Right, guys?
Stand next to me.
Guys?
Stand back next to the person who's in charge speaking, not me.
No, listen. Please.
I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to him. And you're speaking to him, not to me. Goes back
Well,
to
I'm
him.
coming to talk to you, but we don't like. We don't want
I
violence.
don't like you with his bare feet.
No,
Go
it's
back
not
to
that.
him.
We don't
That's
want
the
violence.
person in charge.
Okay?
No weapons.
There's no violence. It's not
Go back to the
big
person
run.
in charge.
Okay.
I'm standing here.
Okay.
Here.
Can you stay here? Protect your colleagues, please. Okay.
That's what we're doing. Protecting our building.
Josh here.
Hey, Jake, follow that guy. I think the other one's got a bit more power as well. The one is sending them around there.
Right, what you can see down there's a security guard who's actually holding the door. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I think this person may have caused all the problems,
Close the door now. She says the door.
but I could be wrong.
Police officer said the door can close.
Is that clear?
The police officer said the door can close.
Push out.
Guys, no, wait, Jake.
Right, guys, back on.
This is not peaceful! Stop, peaceful! Stop! Stand down! Stop! People are going to get hurt!
Guys, hey, stop it! Stop it! Come on!
This is not peaceful and you're watching it. You're letting this happen. You are letting this happen, Mr. Naylor. And your colleague. These people are on public property potentially. Be careful.
Record me. The door is not closed.
That's not peaceful anymore. You need to sort it out.
Hey!
You're in public now. Behave yourself.
Can you do that? Are you allowed to do that? Sorry. Are you allowed to do that? That's fine.
Get back!
You cannot stop!
Okay, calm down.
You're still allowing it to go ahead. This is not peaceful.
Calm down. Listen. Calm down.
We're not closing the door.
We need to be peaceful. Both parties.
Stop pushing it.
Both ways. Both ways.
You need to wait for the police.
Then you need to tell your guys to stop.
It's not my guys. You need to wait for the police. You're in the wrong here, Mark. Andrew, Mr. Naylor. Right, they've got the door shut. No, withdraw! For the police, withdraw! Withdraw!
Come on, man. What is wrong?
You need to withdraw now. Wait for the police.
Come on, please. Come on, look at me. Come on, look at me. Come on, man. I know. Come on. It's a families here. You know what you're doing is wrong. Let's end right there, waiting for the big corner. Yep. It's not about money, is it?
Right, the police are here now. The police are here now.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Liberty of subject 1354. Just double check. It's still in process. You've been advised now.
Officer, what?
That's right. You speak to this Jack.
I've no idea.
Liberty of subject 1354.
Okay.
It's your legislation you need to follow. Just double check it before you act.
Don't listen, no. Listen, but the law is a law. The law is a law. Stay on that door. Stay on that door.
We're here today with a High Court writ. Right. Basically, we're today, as Rick commands us to enter the land schedule, which is this address, take control of the land, or sorry, take possession of the land and give possession to the claimants, to these people.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you can see, we've been prevented from doing so. So we are going to use reasonable force now. To execute the writ. Obviously, the reason we've got you guys here is because we have reason to believe, as you can see, we've reason to believe that once that happens, then there's going to be a breach of the peace.
Okay.
Mr. Naylor, you do recognise it's still in court, don't you?
Right. So what's happened is that the defendants have made an application to the court for an N244, which is an application to court to stay the set aside execution of the writ.
What's that, like an appeal?
So yeah, basically. So we've acknowledged this. I'm aware of this. Okay, I've not denied it at any point that there's not an N244 being filed.
Thank you.
Okay. Obviously, as we stand at this moment in time, the writ is live and the writ is enforceable.
Yeah.
Hence the reason that we're here now. The writ, obviously, when that case goes before the judge, whenever that happens to be, I'm not privy to that information, but when that happens to be, if the judge stays execution, sets aside judgment, then.
Well, you'd imagine they would have suspended this.
I can't comment.
Would that be what they would do? Like if they receive an appeal, would they?
It depends how long. It depends how long it takes to get before the judge.
Oh, okay.
However, obviously, you know, we're not above the law. If the judge states that the writ is to be set aside or stayed.
Oh yeah, well then yeah.
Then obviously we'll take those instructions. But until that happens.
Yeah, live warrant. Yeah.
Until 10 o'clock though, that doesn't take place, does it?
Well,
I think it's out to date.
Normally the court's open at 10 o'clock, but obviously it depends upon when the judge has time to.
And also, legislation, Liberty of Subject 1354 does come in play here. So if it's still in due process, if you just have a look, it's a short section.
It's live and enforceable.
Yeah, but Liberty, it's just admitted that it's going to court still. So that means, basically, Liberty of Subject 1354, if you just quickly look at that before you act, you're then acting within or without of the law. But it's just a short sentence. You need to check it yourself before you act. Can I just take your number for reference?
Yeah.
What's that? AS2547. And what's your name, please? Where are you from?
From Peckham.
Peckham. So Metropolitan Police there, he's been advised of liberty subject 1354. If it acts now without looking at it, he's been advised of it. Due diligence is important. Hello there. Now then, obviously you've lost the door. I saw you squashed up against the door. Did you actually cause that problem? I mean, you started to shut the door, didn't you?
Was he inside or outside? On the padlock.
I believe at this stage you was one trying.
Inside or outside?
You was trying to stop the door being shut, and I saw you stopping the door.
If you don't have nothing to hide, why you close the door?
It's nothing about it. I'm a journalist. I'm reporting today. So how do you feel? Are you okay?
Okay.
Are you okay?
Talk with my supervisor.
Well, you were squashed up against the door. I'm seeing if you're okay.
Ask the supervisor.
I'm doing a welfare check on you.
I've been outside. I never been inside.
You look like you're sweating. That's all.
Yeah, because it's the weather, and I take my equipment.
It's all right. We'll take care then. Obviously, that's a tricky situation, isn't it? You just arrived. What did you observe when you arrived? You don't mind telling me.
They were holding the door open.
Who's they?
All these enforcement agents holding the door open. I'm out of breath, sorry.
No, I saw what you had to do. Would you say you justified what you were doing?
Oh, absolutely, of course, yeah. They're not entitled to use physical force against a person, only property. That's all they're entitled to do. Anything else is assault. Anything else is assault. So, yeah, they were committing assaults here today, clearly.
I just want to ask you, obviously you're Peace Officer Davey.
Yeah.
Just very briefly, tell me what you're about.
So we help people when it comes to enforcement agents using improper paperwork, illegal paperwork that's not signed, stamped by a court, and doesn't therefore hold any authority in law. So we're there to make sure that they do as they're supposed to do, and serve any documentation properly and legally. So yeah, that's why we're here.
Any message to the people watching this?
Yes, keep standing up, keep fighting, because people power wins in the end. People power always wins.
The Brit covers stuff on the side building.
Yeah.
I've got one.
There's a lot of the keys handed back to any residents.
Okay, yeah.
So if there's anyone that
So
has
is the whole place being occupied?
yeah, apart from the 3 flats that we understand are vacant.
Oh, okay, and potentially secure.
Yeah.
But regardless, it is the whole.
The Brit covers the entire
Yeah, it covers the whole
building. We will be basically changing.
They mentioned something about N224, something about courts. I don't know the process enough to.
Yeah,
yeah. So is there something that they can stand on to say they've submitted it?
Yeah, unfortunately, the application doesn't stop action.
It doesn't stop.
We're in possession of a live writ, so.
I see. So even if they've submitted that form, it doesn't stop action. I'm taking your word on this.
Constable Ali, I can advise you, liberty of subject 1354, please just check it before you act. If it's in due process in court, it's still in process, and it states in liberty subject 1354 that this should cease and desist now.
We've been through this. It's live and enforceable.
Oh, okay. Well, that it's out of date.
And as I've said,
it's out of date from what I understand.
And as I've said to you,
I've not been told it's out of date. They told me it's in date.
But the thing is, you just said you're going to take his word for it.
No, he's not going to take
You need
my
to
word
take
for it.
my word for it as an independent reporter. Liberty subject 1354. Please just check it before you act.
I can check it.
Please
but-
do. Please do.
Okay.
I'm looking out for your best interest.
Is this a case law?
Just read it and you'll understand what's going on.
Has anyone got a paperwork for
Liberty.
Liberty of subject
we are
1354.
aware that there's
It's important I get this on record. That you doing your due diligence.
Liberty
of subject 1354.
Is this for eviction or is this just?
This is to do with due process. When due process has existed, so it's failed and gone to an end, then that's the end of matter, and then writs and warrants can be executed. However, if new information comes to light at the court, then it's back in process again, due process, because it's an
It
appeal.
doesn't eliminate that if this is a.
Well, that's out of date document, apparently, allegedly.
I don't think so. It's a current-
Because, well, you follow your head, but just read the subject matter.
I've read the gist of it because it's given a summary, but it doesn't say anything about something that's currently involved.
Look at the end paragraph.
I mean,
Due
it's-
process.
It's not that long, and the end paragraph says that no man of what is stated condition shall be out of land attendant, nor taken in prison, nor disinherited, nor put to death without being brought to answer by due process law.
Due process law. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you very much.
This means due process has already
You do
happened.
what you need to do now.
Okay, sir,
You're now
I'll
accountable.
explain.
Thank
The
you.
writ's here. Okay,
Thank you.
that's
You do
fine.
what you need to do.
The writ's due process.
Inform your colleagues. That's all I can say.
I'll let them know, yeah.
The colleagues about Liberty Subject 1354 due process. He's just read out on camera. He can't deny it now. So if there's due process in court taking place, theoretically that writ might be out of date for now until it's updated. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just trying to help people here. Why don't you ring the court? Why don't you ring the court as an officer? I'll still speak to you straight
You don't
away.
need to, because all they're going to say at the court, you know, all they'll say in the court is that the document is with the judge or the court.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Even to the bailiffs, the same thing will be said.
Yeah, my understanding is all we need to find out is whether or not it
With obviously the due process is, it does, but the solicitors can say different, the bailiffs can say different. It's going to be a very hard situation because it's all it is a simple language that the N244 is sitting with the judge. He
Due
holds
process.
authority.
Due process. Yeah.
That's supreme law. Yeah?
Liberty of
It's a high
Subject
court.
1354. All right. Good. Yeah, you good? You've grown a bit since I last saw you. Oh, that's a different person. He's over there. Have you got a brother? Have you got a brother here?
Just one question for you.
Yes.
Reform UK, BNP. Which party is that guy?
What's that? Sorry?
That racist guy. Which party?
Who's racist?
Him. He was asking me, is any English here?
Are you saying someone's racist?
Yes, this guy.
Don't you show me?
Yeah, this guy.
You show me. What you saying?
I'll ask you. Are you in Reform UK, BNP, British National Party? You are in UKIP, is it?
No.
You were asking me, is there any English here?
Yes, I was.
But this is very racist.
No, it is not.
No, it's very racist.
Because I'm English. But
You are English?
but when we're having a
Then you hate anyone. You hate anyone who is not English.
I'm just curious.
Yes.
That I couldn't see anyone
Okay.
that,
Which
was
party?
that was indigenous.
No, which party?
I don't do parties.
Really?
No.
But what is your political stance?
I don't do politics.
No, what is your political stance?
I don't do politics.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've asked the question now. Are you happy with the answer?
No, I'm not happy.
Are you not happy?
No, I'm not happy.
What will make you happy?
If you turn off that camera out from my face, if you turn the camera from my face.
Don't put it on my face.
No, I'm not talking to racists. I'm not talking to racist people.
I haven't seen any racism.
You can see it, he's touching me.
I've just been shaking out all of your men's hands.
Yes.
Now.
No.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't shake hands with racist people. No, thank you.
Excuse me.
No, thank you.
What do you mean by he's touching you? You said he was touching you. What do you mean?
You really offended me.
In our response, so basically there's different departments with different sergeants. We're a response team, so you call 999.
The likelihood is the person that you spoke to get this reference
Is the police station.
is going to be a neighbourhood team. And they don't always work every single day. So whereas we're
there's not always a sergeant on duty.
there is always a sergeant on duty, but it's not always the same neighbourhoods team, if that makes sense. So we would always
No,
have...
I know what you're talking about because I see the maps of when I went into.
Yeah, so there's different neighbourhoods teams.
The neighbourhood that relates to this area, just so you know, is Rotherham.
Yep.
You know, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So there's no sergeant on duty.
I don't know. Check. However, there are sergeants that
Hello there.
Hello again.
I've got nothing against anybody here.
I know you don't. I
All
get
the
the
due
position.
process.
I get the position, genuinely, but...
I am a journalist. I report on today.
Oh, fair enough. Can I ask from where?
The social network.
Oh, look it up.
Independent, you see. I work for myself in that sense.
Fair enough. Respectable.
Can I take your number for reference?
My number?
You know
Oh, yeah,
it.
2479 Alpha.
You see, you actually engaged with myself, which not many police officers do, and I want to thank you for that.
Oh.
You've read out the Liberty of Subject 1354. And actually, I don't know what you make of it, but it's wrong to have police officers on the street who are ignorant of the law. Especially, I know you can't know it all, but if it's brought to your attention, you read it, now you've got no excuse. You need
I
to check with
understand
the
the
court.
position you're saying, but I do think the law you pointed out, it's...
1354.
I get it.
It's
but
on the statute books.
I know what you're saying, but you also, it doesn't really show the positions it implies, or how it implies here.
But that warrants out today, that rate to whatever it is. Because
I know what you're
technically it's been
saying.
updated since.
So when you
Due
say
process
due
has started
process-
again.
Yes, but due process, especially in this circumstance, there is a due process, but they're saying...
I agree with you. There is a due process. But the due process has
Both
reacted.
sides are arguing what is the due process. Does that make sense?
Well, you need to ring the court.
That's not stipulated in due process.
Well, I've just Liberty of Subject 1354.
I've just explained to you.
Explains it.
it doesn't say you have to call the courts.
We'll let the viewer decide. This is a limited
That's-
subject,
that's a fair
1354.
point, yeah.
I'm going to put it up for people to look at, you know.
Oh, that's fair.
You know.
Yeah, I completely get the position, but like...
Liberty of Subject 1354. None shall be condemned without due process of law. Item, that no man of what estate or condition that he be shall be put out of land or tenement, nor taken, nor imprisoned, nor disinherited, nor put to death, without being brought in answer by due process of the law.
So what we've done with the N244 is actually follow the process of getting the judge to see that we're in
understand what you're
debate
saying.
with the receivers. Yeah, so obviously we could have used the EV86, 96 or
So
the 96,
I understand that.
which should have been
So
stopped.
So from what I understand at this point, the N244 hasn't been in front of the judge, which means the judge hasn't withdrawn that writ. That's the position we're at now. For me, as a police officer, I can't stop that being enforced. Does that make sense? If it is a live writ. Now, I appreciate you're saying wait till it gets to 10, and I can appreciate why they're saying they want to affect it before it gets to 10. I'm not here to make that happen quicker or go slower. We're just here to prevent breach of the peace.
And all we did was we sent a cease and desist. I can show you right here.
My colleagues brought that up, but at the same time, that cease and desist, I don't know how it affects the current state of the court writ, which is actionable. Does that make sense?
It's actionable, and we have to hear from the court.
That's not what an actionable writ says. It doesn't say you have to hear from the court. From what I understand, if it's an actionable writ, it can be actioned. Now, if they choose to do
But that's an eviction process, and we're saying that with the stay, we want them to confirm that they're honouring the judge, which is holding the N244.
I get that, but
and
the writ, correct me if I'm wrong, but the
Mm-hmm.
writ doesn't state they have to do that. Does that make sense?
The writ's
That's
out of
the law.
date.
So it's a higher law because of the judge being of authority of that decision.
We're in darkness now because the window's been smashed and you're having to protect your property.
Well, yeah, we ultimately adopt Castle Doctrine, right? So Castle Doctrine is a very old act. It's ancient law of the land, so possession is 9/10 of the law and the title deed is the other 10th, and we possess both. Obviously, they tried lots of different avenues and methods to attempt entry with fraudulent paperwork and being notified on multiple levels about different CPR rules that they didn't want to even acknowledge, let alone have a conversation about. Different EX 96 forms, which is really important when doing an eviction to make sure they have an appointment of assignment, the bailiffs. It's necessary. County court is essential. Even High Court is important as well to have. They can't come in based on that, and they can't even use reasonable force. But today what they did was not just use reasonable force, which technically can't be defined, which is sort of very dangerous because it leaves it open to interpretation of what force means. Up to maybe a fatality, anything's game. So that's what happened.
I do believe that potentially nearly £1,000 worth of damage there, potentially.
Oh, over. I mean, there's smashed pots. There's things are smashed everywhere. But I got a quote for a glazier on the window. It's about £1,000 call out. But we're going B&Q now to sort it out.
But it's fair to say that warrant could need updating. Is what I mean by out of date. It needs updating because since the warrant.
About the laws, couldn't it?
Well,
getting grey areas like this. But yeah.
Well, while it's on the statute book, if something's gone into court, there's due process still taking place, and that Liberty Subject 1354 highlights that due process is not ended. It's reenacted.
What clarifying is due process. The bailiff should like due process has taken place. Now there's appeals. That isn't due process. That's something that should have happened earlier. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I see the law you're stating, but it doesn't state that due process hasn't taken place because the writ is actually. That's where I'm at.
Can I say the sun behind you? You know his shadow.
Do you see why I still didn't want to stand on that side anymore?
Right, I'll leave you to it anyway.
No worries, thank you. Can I get your name?
Yeah.
I feel like I'll see you around. So, what's your name?
You're going to see me. You're going to knock on my door and arrest me. Is that what you mean?
I mean, what am I going to arrest you for?
I don't know. You tell me. They made it up last. 4 days ago, they settled out of court against the police.
Yeah.
They settled out of
Okay.
court.
I'll
Be
just gonna
careful.
say first
Be
name,
careful.
but- okay.
Be careful.
Okay, can I have something to call out to you as?
Bannerman.
But what?
Bannerman.
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 Bannerman, okay.
So the sign says, sorry, we are closed today. We are fighting crime. Would you believe it?
You said there's a stay of execution, it opens at 9 o'clock and you're going to go and get it. That's why I said I don't understand why you're still here, because surely that is the most important bit of paperwork for the whole day and you're sat there sipping on a coffee.
Are you going to give us the time to go get it?
Yeah, please go and get it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when the phone call's been made.
No, obviously, look, we appreciate your assertion and telling us the order of operations. We
No, that's nothing to do with
most honourably follow through. If you can allow us the time to go and do that, that can be done by part of our team.
No, I'm saying that should have been done.
Well, it's like
Someone should be on the way now.
Well, yeah, because as soon as that phone call had been made, and I knew that was So when did you make the phone call?
If that solves an argument, then
That's quite. Yeah, I was going to say that's the most important bit of paperwork we could have.
Okay, great stuff.
What time did you make the phone call, miss?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh right. Oh, well, fair.
22.
We're trying to link everything together.
Can I just say, thank you very much. Have you ever seen Watch Out, Beadle's about?
once or twice.
What do you think of Mr. Beadle?
Well, I wouldn't like to speak ill of the dead.
You're not dead, you're Mr. Beadle. Look, Sergeant Beadle.
A different Beadle, yeah.
Oh, a different one?
Yeah.
He looks a bit like you. Got a beard as well.
A little bit, yeah.
What are you waiting for now? Do you mind informing the people watching what you're waiting for? I'm a journalist.
I would decline.
That's okay. Can I just ask them before I go? What is that badge? I've never seen one like that before.
Face.
So I deal.
Do you know what else is a face?
In a wide variety of different things.
That one.
Everything. Yeah. So.
I'm not going to interrupt. Don't worry me.
So.
So.
Silence is golden. Oh, I thought you said so.
No,
I thought you were
I'm thinking.
All right.
Okay, is he using the report? That is a picture.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Well, you did, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry.
You put the camera in my face. It kind of.
Oh, can you get tape measure out? Tape measure, please. That's 5 feet. That's not in your face. Did your mother not teach you how to fasten a button?
It's unfastened.
Unfasten is fine.
Oh, you got a tie.
Got it on, but couldn't get it off.
Over here, we've got the security. Obviously, on stand down for now, but on standby. Well, you'll be glad to know I'm going to save my battery life now for later. But I do have one question before I turn it off. Are you a betting man?
Is it a question you've asked me before?
No. Are you a betting man?
I'm not, no.
Because I was just going to say, what's the odds of you taking this property today?
I'm not going to bet. We're entitled to be here. We have a valid high court writ. We are entitled to execute that writ, and if necessary, use force.
Which you're going to use to exercise assault on me. Can I see the writ?
As I said to you already, we're entitled to use. We're entitled. I'll just pass it to you.
They can drop them.
We're entitled to use reasonable force. Okay. Now
you don't need it.
Now.
This is it.
Can I just?
This is the arrangements privately hired for this.
Right.
Nothing, mate. This is nothing. So that really says you can assault me. That's all I care about now.
No one's going to be doing any assaulting, sir. We're going to ask people to
You're going to ask us, and then we ain't going to move. You're going to go away.
Well, if you don't move,
go back to the
if you don't move, then we will use force that is reasonable.
Okay, we've denied you all your rights of implied access.
Don't need it.
So
don't need implied access.
We've denied you all your rights of implied access.
And then admit that you have no idea what's
Stansfield is
So you
This is between you two. This is a civil matter.
So
no, it's not a civil matter.
US bailiffs are
It's a
on
criminal
notice
matter.
of criminal trespass. And that's the order being put through, and we stand. So
Right,
if you want to break that,
that's up to you, sir.
so we'll be standing.
But
If you want to
the-
continue with
the-
that and
the-
put your gear on, your
written-
ability
the
to come and
written-
beat us up, you can.
Not someone's beating
Well,
anybody up.
so we're going to stand, and that's it.
They've been denied their right
Then
of
we'll
appeal.
use reasonable force.
They've been denied
Force
their
that
right
is reasonable.
of appeal.
Not excessive force.
And,
but force that
and
is
does that mean
reasonable.
that we can't to protect our volition?
If you wish to protect yourselves, you can, but then my colleagues
You're
will
in
use
contempt
reasonable force
of
to ask you to
criminal
leave
jurisdiction.
and remove him. Which we're entitled to do. Which we're entitled to do, so you know that.
I'm listening
It's
to the
reasonable force. Force that is reasonable. You know that we are entitled to use
So
reasonable
we've
force.
given you the warning of notice.
You've given us plenty of warnings.
It's up to him. It's this gentleman's.
Please no.
No, he's not.
It's up to my colleagues.
I wish I were as big as that. Just very quickly, are you the same person I spoke to earlier?
Depends.
Mr. Beadle's about.
That's the one.
Was I speak to her? You look different.
How?
Have you lost your hat?
No,
Did you
I
not?
ran it in the first place.
Sergeant.
Hello.
We called the courts.
Yeah.
We've got confirmation that it's been
Well,
filed.
I'm not getting involved. This is between you two.
So you're going to
I'm
let
here
us battle on the road
No.
until they beat
Prevent
us
a
to shit?
Make sure there's no peace has been prevented.
We've filed our documents that
Yeah, okay.
is in
This
honour
is a
with the
civil
courts.
matter, and this is what they want to do.
So we have
I'm
to
not going
battle.
to get involved.
So you're going to stand there
It's not about
and
that.
see us
Nobody has to
beating
battle
each other
anyone.
up.
No one has to do that at all. I'm not encouraging you to fight
So we're
anyone. I'm
gonna
not
stand.
encouraging them to fight anyone.
So under our volition, we are standing.
it's
Yeah,
in the
we've said
courts.
that underneath
I'm
the
not
cease and
fully aware
desist.
of it, so.
That no action can be done. So
It's
we've
between you
followed
and them.
honour.
It's not. It's got nothing to do with
Right,
me.
I say-
I'm here to make sure that nobody gets injured, nobody gets hurt. That is it. But don't want to listen to that.
I just want to say to you, I actually think you're here as impartial. Don't prove me wrong.
What about this? When you said they're going down to the court to get the emergency.
They've gone down to get
This has
to
got
the
nothing to do with me.
But that's what you
if
allowed
they, if
to
they
do.
decide to do this, this is what they're going to do. We're here to make sure that nobody gets hurt, nobody gets injured.
Whoa! Oh, wow. They're coming with a cannon! Oh, it's a battering ram, sorry. All right. Hello, sir. Right, so it looks like they're going to use force now.
My name is Mr. Naylor.
Mr. Naylor?
Mr. Naylor.
You're not Eric Rowe?
The police need to witness this. Police! Police! Come and witness this, please! Sergeant!
So I'm an agent. He's Mr. Rose, the enforcement officer, High Court enforcement officer.
Hold on. You're not even the guy.
I'm entitled to execute Gibson.
No, it's Eric Rowe.
No.
Where does it say on his behalf? No.
On behalf.
Police!
No.
Be present to witness misconduct.
You're recording it. You're recording it. Okay, so I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Okay.
He's not even the bailiff. He's not Eric Rowe. He's not Eric Rowe.
With someone who's going to batter the door.
He just said he's somebody else.
You need to investigate this now. It's not the person on the, allegedly, the writ.
Is he working for the bailiff?
I have no idea.
Okay.
You need to listen to the
They've
people.
obviously employed him, haven't they?
I don't know.
It's not someone off the street.
Well, you need to stop making assumptions and ask questions.
It's not what?
It's not Eric. He's not the guy.
It's not the person named.
Doesn't need to be that person. If it's someone that works for the company,
Okay, can you educate me? Sorry, what was that?
doesn't have to be that same person.
Does it not?
If they're employed by the company, then obviously they're acting on their behalf,
So the
aren't they?
person who's named on it doesn't have to be here. Is that
doesn't
what
have
you
to be
said?
it, no.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, thank you. Is that true? Can you confer?
correct, yeah.
Concur.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is interesting.
Peter, they're breaking the law. They've gone, look, their document is wrong.
Who's
I
that?
can't stand it, places. You tell them.
Guys, he's not even got the jurisdiction to do this. He has no authority.
What you actually advise me might be advisable to advise people of what you've advised me. That's all I can say.
Where's the sergeant?
What's that?
Well, this gentleman explained to me about the people don't need to be named on the writ.
Unfortunately, the main person doesn't want to listen to it. So, would you like to move people out of the way so that people don't get hurt?
We're standing. It's
I know.
our volition
But
to stand.
I'm just saying, would you like to do that?
What, so that they can stop them from beating us up. Is that
They're
what
not
you're
going
saying?
to beat you up. I don't know where you're getting this from.
Because we're standing as a chain, and
Yeah,
that's
but
it. We
you
should
think
not
all
be
of a sudden
moved.
you're
They
gonna
should
beat
not
you
be
up?
moved out the way.
Yeah, but I'm asking, I'm not telling you, I'm saying, do you want to ask people to move out of the way? so
They're
inadvertently
they're
get
not
hurt?
gonna. They don't care. You can beat them black and thin, black and blue.
Just for your advice, they've advised me something. This gentleman here said he doesn't need to be on the writ. This is what he said.
They're acting on behalf of the bailiff's company on the bailiff.
So you mean the guy with all the weapons
So the guy
doesn't have to be on the writ?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be on that writ.
He called himself
He's employed
Mr.
on
Naylor,
behalf of
not
the
Eric
company.
Rowe.
Mr. Naylor.
Yeah, that's what he called himself. He introduced himself as Naylor. That's why we want the police to witness
Anyway,
this.
go over here. That's a big key they fetched.
going to ask you one final time, third and final time, to leave the property peacefully now.
I'm not leaving. As an enforcement agent, I'm entitled to gain peaceful entry into the premises.
Like police officers, this is aggravating.
You must
Are you going to allow me entry into these premises peacefully?
Are you going to leave peacefully? Are you going to leave peacefully? I'm going to ask a third and final time. Are you going to leave peacefully?
Right, so where's my man?
Where's my man? You see, you ain't got one, have you?
Right, so just allow me entry around. Okay. Right.
You ain't getting any of it out. Look at this. Look at the state of this. Look at this.
Right, do you want to come?
Look at him laughing. Why is he laughing? It's laughing. Wait, it's not laughing. It's not laughing. No, it's done.
Very good.
Oh, it's a fact. Right, so this gentleman is going to gain peaceful entry into the premises.
How are we going to do that? There's people in the way.
See, that's not peaceful. And putting your hand is not peaceful. That's not peaceful. Don't touch no.
This gentleman is going to gain peaceful
You're
going to peacefully leave the premises. This is 9 tenths of the law. We are some doctrine.
If you refuse,
leave the property. Leave. I'm talking to you. Leave the property now.
If you don't allow peaceful entry to this gentleman, if you don't allow us
what's his name?
entry,
what's his name? What's that gentleman?
If you
He's talking to him. He's not talking to no one else. Actually, police, they must all identify themselves first before they're allowed to do anything. Now, can we get this identification? They won't give us identification.
Just to let all of you know, malfeasance in public. Can you hear us? Should be explained. This is the law. This is the law.
Shame on you.
Oh, it's not the law.
What's it, please step aside. No, you're not stepping anywhere. Please step aside. You're not stepping. Need to allow this. Yeah, go round there. You go round there as well. You need to allow us peaceful entry. Right. So I'm going to ask you for the last time. Okay, are you going to allow us peaceful entry or not? I'm talking to you guys. Are you going to allow us peaceful entry or not?
No. We stand on volition and command. We don't hear you. We don't see you as corporation. We stand under common law link.
So what's happened? Whoa, the back one on.
They're attacking them! Fucking hell, look what the police do!
That's not peaceful entry. The police need to stop in. 2263, you need to do your job. Quickly!
Get out! Get the fucking away! Come on! Let go of him now! Let go! Not fucking out. Fucking help him up! Wait, no!
Everyone! Stop everything!
Hey, look at the middle of the road. That's what I'm looking for. That's all six people! That's all peaceful entry, huh? Juggernaut! Stay on the other door! Stay on the other door! Someone's got glass in their fucking eye. That's peaceful, yeah?
Of course I have, yeah. You can't smash windows without people.
What's the police doing? Look, you're helping them!
Nobody's getting hurt, instead. We're not going to hurt anybody with our bobby knocker and the broken glass.
No, you don't give a
These bullies here are trying to break into the yoga centre because they're outstanding. These bully guys, they're going to get in there.
Off my hat.
Yeah, that weapon that they assured us is not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, they're trying to break into the vehicle.
No, because they're police.
So I've just witnessed a breach of the peace. I've informed one of the officers, and the officers appear to be on scene.
Back. Down there with their hands behind the back. Nothing's happening.
This needs to be investigated now.
Yeah. Injury.
This is now a risk. This is now a risk. You need to get back.
I've just seen blood. You might need an ambulance. I've just seen blood. You might need an ambulance.
Do you have your phone on you then, sir?
Use your radio, you muppet.
You're going to cut your shiny head.
We're going in.
You're not right. I need to go in because that's not the law. You are not going in.
A dynamic risk assessment! That glass is dangerous! You're all in danger now! A dynamic risk assessment!
Tell the police that.
Stop!
Dangerous.
Cease and desist! A man's just hit his head on the glass!
Don't tell it.
I've done a dynamic risk assessment. A man's hitting the glass. There are people getting injured now with broken glass. AS2263. You are not doing your job. I've seen glass hitting people. Are you not concerned about health and safety? Health and safety?
You're not helping.
You're not helping anything. You're just stuck there.
Have a conversation about it, right?
Health and safety. I'm reporting to you. There's blood. I've seen blood. And they just stand here.
When you stop, if somebody's bleeding, okay?
Call an ambulance, please. Just someone's bleeding. Just call an ambulance. Thank you.
What are they doing?
Standing there watching me now! Why are you doing the front standing now?
Keep watching. That's it.
Call an ambulance. You need an ambulance. There's blood. Call an ambulance. Thank you. You need to stop this now. You need to stop this. You need to stop
Alex.
it. That glass is dangerous, my friend.
Right, to enforce to get inside. It's illegal the entry. We are crashing the police. Right, the bailiff. It's not even the right place.
That glass is going to fall. It's going to fall. It's going to fall. And you've been warned. AS2263. The glass is going to fall.
Get everyone out.
Right. In the interest of health and safety, the police are not doing the job. Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, Section 26. A criminal not doing his job. Health and safety issue there. The glass is about to fall. Whoa, see, I told the coppers that.
Stand back.
Health and safety issue here now. They can't come in now, the police have been involved.
Back off. That's what you did. That's what's going. Okay. No, in your face. Here, look. Here, look.
Fucking hell, they're dirty. No, they're not doing no work.
No bright. No fucking bright, you know. I don't need that.
Ash. Tell someone to go over there by the place. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The police could have done a lot more today, but they'd failed to act. So what's happening now is the police are talking to Mr. Naylor. It looks like Mr. Naylor's been injured. I think Mr. Naylor needs a plaster. The ambulance is on its way. I've never witnessed anything so pathetic, I'll be honest with you, because that was a health and safety issue right from the start. The glass could have fallen at any time from the top, and many people got injured, even including Mr. Naylor.
So I ring Tim.
So the police are assisting now. That was a bit late. They could have prevented it the moment the glass went through, when it was a health and safety issue.
You'll be both sides.
Hello there. Now that you took your glasses off and lost your battering ram, I do believe you've got it. Yeah. Can I just ask you, was that legal, what you did? I think it might have been, but I could be wrong. But I do believe it should have been stopped a lot earlier by the police, because of the health and safety issue there. The glass could have fallen on anybody's head. And I did a dynamic risk assessment. I told the police ignored me, and under the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, Section 26, they have failed the people. Do you have anything to say about that? Thank you. You don't need an ambulance, do you? All right, well then, it's a shame it come to that. I thought the police could have helped a bit earlier, but that's just my opinion. I did a dynamic risk assessment, you see, and when the glass was falling on people's heads, it was time to stand down. Are you all right? Okay. Well, I don't know what's going to happen now, whether they can justify anything. He's obviously got blood on his hands, as they say.
This document was never sent to any of us. This was 2.5 weeks ago. Yeah.
He's also in the wrong jurisdiction. That wasn't the court that we had to file into, remember?
Well, this is now the High Bench, the High Court Justice.
Case law, R versus Al.
They're holding this document.
1982.
So
police officer
the bailiff
must
is
arrest the
main
plaintiff
bailiff.
for breach of the peace.
He's talking about the arrest that we'd like
fear
to
of violence or harm,
cause.
and if that offence is made in the presence of that officer. Well, what do you think that was? And that's been filmed.
So
you've got to do your job, guys.
How about the flying chair?
So the main bailiff has come with this document. Now, in all correctness, we should have had copies of this. So
This
we
is
can
an argument between you and them.
I know, but this is a fraudulent document, because this is what they're holding and saying that this is their evidence and proof.
Then take that to the court and argue it with the court.
But we've got people.
Okay,
in the
then
court to
you
do
don't
that.
need to show me
So
that
they've
now.
jumped the gun. Yeah, they've jumped the gun because
they've gone to court as well.
No, we've gone to court.
So you've gone to court. They've gone to court.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let the courts decide.
It's chaos, man. Everyone.
Do you have like an idea of like how? Yeah, you guys
Have you ever heard of uttering?
To get violent in there again, or like do you have like an idea of like how to do it?
Well, that's what we're trying to resolve at the moment.
Fraud is an either way offence, sir. Fraud is an either way offence.
Until we come up
And
with
I know
a
you're
solution.
listening.
Okay, that's not going to happen.
Fraud is an either way offence.
At the moment, it's not our decision. It's a decision between these guys and these guys.
Fraud is an either way
Of how
offence.
this goes, of how it plans out. All right,
Fraud
put it in layman's terms.
is an
Yeah.
either way offence.
It's not, we're not here to take sides.
Fraud is an either way
Makes
offence.
sense.
Yeah, I understand that.
Allegations of fraud have been made. It's an either way offence.
Basically, where we are now is we have notices of default affidavits that have been sealed by the Crown Court of Canterbury. So we're not only switching the game up, we're applying a common law lien onto the people that are essentially committing fraud at a high level.
So the ambulance goes right past. Right, I just need to take numbers now for reference. Could you just tell
earlier, but go on.
All right, could you just tell me what it is?
3059 AS.
Thank you. Could you just tell me your number, please?
1588 AS.
Thank you. Just tell me your number, please.
2627 Alpha Sierra.
Thank you. Could you just tell me your number, please?
Sorry?
Just after your number.
2368.
2368. Have you got a number missing?
There's one there.
No, the other side. I think you got one missing.
Oh, it must have fell off during tussle.
Okay. I think I've got yours, haven't I?
Yeah, you've got mine.
All right. Just take your number, sir, for reference. What's that say?
2959.
Thank you. Just take your number for reference.
Yeah, go for it.
What is it?
2169 AS. That's
Thank
the
you.
number.
And yourself, sir.
2481.
Thank you.
Yeah, so she's been well, yeah, I know what she's saying.
I just took everybody's number by yours. What's your number, please? 2688.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, thank you for looking after that gentleman, mopping up his blood.
Trying to look after everyone.
Mr. Naylor now has blood on his hands as well. He's got like a big bandage, like he's a boxer.
He has, yeah.
Is he okay?
He asked for one. I didn't see he asked for a bandage, so I gave him one. So.
All right, okay.
I think everyone's got a few little bits. I've got a few on my arms.
All right, well, thank you.
So this is saying that this has been witnessed by an MP, Alex Clerk, witnessed document, and this isn't with that court. So we're seeing this as a fraudulent document. We do not believe this is correct. They're saying they believe it's correct. We do not believe. So we're standing with a disbelief of the fraudulent document we have never seen.
It's been served already, hasn't it?
This is new. This is 2 weeks ago. We have never seen this document.
Okay.
And he's saying that this is their evidence. This holds their authority to supersede anything we're doing. When we went to the High Court's justice, it's never existed before. And we're saying Alex Short would never have time to do this. And it's also, we would like to see...
You don't know that, so let's be honest.
Pardon?
I said you don't know that, let's be honest.
Well, there's no signature of that. Like, what's he done? Gone into the court, which it doesn't exist at the court because they're saying it's not theirs. And we're saying we can print that off. We can print a copy of that off because we're a SRA, authorised. We're authorised with the SRA. We have our SRA number. So they're giving that as a belief to all of the bailiffs to take procedure, and we're standing there. I'm just talking to the sergeant.
I want to leave. Just take your numbers for Acting Sergeant 285.
Not acting.
One of your officers around there has got a number missing. What's yours? Sorry. Acting Sergeant is covered up. Sorry, I can't read it. What's that saying? Sorry.
It's not covered up too, sir.
What's it? Thank you. I do think you could have acted just a little bit earlier for health and safety reasons, but thank you for anyway. Sorry about that. It's just in the interest of justice and hygiene, welfare. No, anyway, I'll leave it to it. Yeah. Right. So what's happening here? They're all making notes now about the situation. Obviously, I don't know how many of these officers were here, but when they're making notes together like that, it's almost like, are they trying to get the story straight? But I don't think these entries are going to be legal in any court of law, because they're writing their reports together. In the interest of transparency, when you're making your write-up about the incident, are you supposed to do it independently to each other or as a group? Because I've noticed you've all been writing notes in your notebooks. Yeah, I'll tell you what it looks like on camera to the public. It looks like you're all trying to get your story straight. Now, if I'm wrong, please educate me.
You're very wrong, sir. All I've wrote down is the actual CAD number
I
for
was
this
going to
incident.
say, it's all we've
so I
written
can
down,
say, well,
the address of
today.
where we're at, that's it.
No, you're very wrong, sir, what you've just said there. So, yeah.
Well, could I have the CAD number? Because I've got some evidence that could be useful in any criminal allegations.
Sure.
No, 1283 of the 1st of July.
And the reason why I ask for that is because, as a reporter, I try to be impartial, but when I see things unlawful, I have to act as a human. And I was quite shocked that the police didn't interact earlier to stop the potential blood. I'll take that up with you, Sergeant, but don't worry about it. Look after yourself.
What's the blood there?
Dave. Dave.
Of the main person who is not authorising this correctly. Yeah, so there's meant to be the officer that's on this court order Sergeant work, yeah, the sergeant's here.
You're lucky you got away with that one.
Which is what is going on here today. This is not a civil matter, it's criminal contempt of the precedents of the Criminal Appeals Court. Okay? I'll put you on notice.
So under SRA, we have a solicitor's number, and I'm trying to represent that. So my command, who is in charge of that, can give you.
You keep going on about command. I don't quite understand your command.
Okay, there's two parts of that.
Well, you're a
I have
colonel
a
now.
rank. I have a rank.
In
but
the armed forces.
I'm also auxiliary postmaster general. So he is my commander. You can't take that away from me. If I say that, that's my volition. Yeah, he is in charge of our department. Yeah. So obviously there's mix-up for a office of the Universal Postal Union, which is a special agency underneath United Nations. So for law, for postal law, for laws of proceedings between different posts, like a court is a post. So we follow law. So it's by and by, if you want to follow that as a diversion of communication. We're just trying to suggest.
To be here.
Yes, correct.
Okay, come on.
What? Because I'm hired to be here. I'm not interested. What's that mean? He's walked away.
Maybe someone else hired him.
Said you're paid. You're
fucking phones.
You were.
I noticed when you asked him the question, are you hired? And he said, yeah, you walked off. Is there a reason for that?
Because he has no vested interest in this property.
Oh, right, okay.
This is my family.
Do you not have an interest in public safety?
Ignoring anything I'm saying. Good question.
I was there a little while ago, actually. Trying to hide it.
It's how about
Well, simultaneously, while we were defending our fort, two individuals were at the courts, sitting in the Royal Justice Courts and attempting to get a stay of execution and the eviction order set aside, which they were successful in doing so. So,
have you any advice for people watching this finally?
the advice would be remember who you are, remember why you came here. I guess, yeah, we all play our position. So everyone's got a role to play, and whatever that may be, it's useful to the whole cause, so whatever freedom means to you.
Is there anything else you want to add? Yeah, for that.
Stay strong. Stay strong, and remember who you are, and love.
Just any final words before you leave? Do you think at any time in the future, just to help you, because I think a lot of people have a wrong impression of you, just set the record straight for people who misunderstand you? How about a personal interview at some point? Just to set the record straight for people who've got the wrong idea about you. I think you're a nice guy, really.
Oh, no, I appreciate that.
But I'm struggling. That's a meaty piece of kit. I believe somebody took that off you. I'm just here documenting the day. Obviously the day went the way it did. Do you have any final words for the people watching this just before you leave? Oh, you got it still so. Can I have a go? What I notice about the stamp, whether it's legitimate or not, I don't know. High Court of Justice, Queen's Bench Action Department, something like that. Is that even legal to use? when the Queen is dead. King Charles, is he a queen? Well, who knows? Because here it says, in the High Courts of Justice, King's Bench Division, and the High Court claim number, well, that's blank. The County Court claim number is Kilo 04 Echo Charlie 282. Timothy Rolston, Gilbert Perkins, TA, fixed charge receiver. John David Barber, TA, fixed charge receiver. They're the claimants. Defendants, Christopher Henry Hawkins, Jane Ann Wells. Well. To Eric Rowe, an enforcement officer authorised to enforce writs of possession and control issued from the High Court. There's no High Court number, just a County Court claim. In this claim, a judgment or order was made that the defendants give the claimants possession of the land detailed in Schedule 1 and pay the sum set out in Schedule 2. Schedule 1. The date of judgment or order, 6th of the 12th, 2023, details of land, the Lodge, Lower Road, London, SE 16 2UB. Schedule 2. 1. Amounts of sums. 2. Fixed cost of judgment or order. 3. Interest. 4. Less credits or payments received. Subtotal 0. Fixed cost on issue. Total 0. You are now commanded to enter the land detailed in the Schedule 1. Who's commanded? To Eric A. Rowe. Eric A. Rowe, I believe, was not here, but someone else claiming to act either on behalf of Eric A. Rowe or someone else. I don't know what you make of this, but someone's a queen, and I don't think it's King Charles, and that stamp looks like it's been printed or photocopied. And that's the result of that document. Is that criminal damage? Well, it'll all come out in the wash. Let this video be the last video we see with violence. Let all fellow man put down their grievances. Be wise, for it is not your fellow man that is the problem. It is the system of things we are forced to endure by evildoers. Evildoers that know no empathy for others, only their bloodline. It is a small minority upon this world that make the vast majority suffer. Let them be the ones who now suffer like the people they instill fear, harm and loss upon. This video could bring people out of the evil clutches of Satan and into the shining light of honour, respect and love for your fellow man. If you have not already seen the light, let now be the time to see it, for the darkness will be removed by the light. You know what's right in your heart, so let your heart guide your mind, and your mind will guide your action, like many others did and continue to do before you.